Early this Friday, it's about 1 o'clock Eastern, United States time. So a lot of stuff going on. We got employment discussions, we got tariff discussions, we got economic issues. We have COLA for Social Security being discussed. There's a lot going on, man. There's a lot going on. And that's what I mean about going into the weekend strong. What are your plans for the weekend? It's the fourth quarter of the year. In business talk, that's the result. That's the scoreboard. That's the report card for the year, basically, the fourth quarter. Because fourth quarter, times are tough, man, for people. So that's what I'm checking into. I know I'm calling early, seeing if anybody's available to talk. I thought I'd go on. I have about 45 minutes to kill, so I thought I'd get on live to discuss. So what's going on? It's good. Everybody's working. Everybody's got plans today. Nobody's playing around on the weekend. That's good. Okay, 52. And then we're at number 12. Okay. So just checking in, seeing if everybody's thinking about the weekend. You know what's good is there's no trolls. No trolls today. So now I realize in the early afternoon there's no trolls. Living in the basement and they're up already to start talking. How you doing, kid? What's going on? Hello? I'm early today. I'm early today because it's the weekend and I want to see what people are prepared for the weekend. What's going on? I have a lot going on this weekend. So I thought I'd get on early. So how you doing? Are you outside the United States? Checking in with people? Seeing what's going on? We got a big weekend coming up. We got baseball, we got football, we got unemployment, we got Social Security, we got COLA, we got tariffs, we got a war going on, we got a lot of stuff. Just checking in. I don't know if everybody's subscribed. This is the first time I've come on this early. But I talk about health, wealth, and legacies. How to build a legacy. I'm in my 70s, so I'm always concentrating on the next generation. So Stalin, how are you? Any questions? Anybody, anything happening? The weekend big? Anybody United States on this live right now? I like talking business. I like talking business. I like talking about strategy. I like talking about growing. I like talking about health. I like talking about wealth. So how are you doing? Okay, I think, it wasn't very long. This might not be a good time to call. I'll probably go on TikTok. TikTok Live is, there's much more action because there's more people around the world looking at TikTok. I look at YouTube as more educational and inspirational. So thanks for the thumbs up and for the hearts and so on. I appreciate it. Okay. I'm going to give it a couple more minutes because I'm not seeing any questions. You know, as I mentioned before, I talk about business, I talk about wealth, I talk about life, dating. I'm in my 70s, so I always got something going on. I've lived life, if you want to say. I got a lot of stories, a lot of up and down. So, Sherry, you've been on this before, haven't you? Yeah, they're blue. They're blue when I cry, and they're hazel when I don't cry. But Sherry, I think you've been on my live before. I think so. But I decided to come on a little bit earlier because there's a lot going on Friday night. There's a football game, there's some baseball, there's a big game with the Yankees today. And I think they're going pretty good. Oh, you're new? Okay. Cool. Sherry, try to subscribe. I come on spontaneous. You know what I mean? I come on spontaneous. Hi, Narlin. So, I talk about health, wealth, and legacies. I'm in my 70s. I'm one of 11 kids. We're all alive. My dad's still alive. He's 100. Thank you, Sherry. Could use a thumbs up, could use hearts. Just watch my my videos. I've been taking YouTube and TikTok very seriously. It's kind of my retirement transition. I retired seriously about 70. And so I needed something to do. So I said, you know what? I'm going to talk about life. Keeps me engaged. I watch a lot of stuff. And I have grandkids, and I want my grandkids to remember me on social media. What was Papa Rock? They call me Papa Rock. So, hi, Collie. Thanks for the hearts, everybody. Please subscribe. I got a lot of stuff on there. I got some downloads. I talk about business usually because I've been an entrepreneur for 50 years. This is my 50th year in business, and I'm still in business. What else do I talk about? Parenting. I talk about a lot of stories. I even wrote a book. The topic basically is whatever you want to talk about. Today it's, in a way, fitness. How do you take care of yourself? What do you go into the weekend? What do you do for the weekend? Do you just hang out, or do you have plans? Are you a parent? Are you a grandparent? I talk about life. And I try to come on every other day at least on live, and I'm on TikTok also. And I like it. I like it. And I'm monetized. I'm going to be monetized. I'm actually monetized officially, but now I have to send in my business credentials. But I've been around for 50 years. I wrote a book. It's my memoir, and I got a second book that's going to be published next year. And I'm one of 11 kids. I'm a fourth generation entrepreneur. My son's an entrepreneur. And all my kids are in their 40s. I'm a grandfather. And yes, I like art. My mother, she didn't have her 11 kids. That's what she wanted to be, was an artist. Number one was a nun. Number two was a fashion and artist. But she had 11 kids. But guess what? We were always clean. We were at the Goodwill all the time. We had a lot of hand-me-downs. So we're very accustomed to fashion. Let's call it fashion and art. Yeah, 11 kids. And we're all alive. We range from 79, my oldest brother, to my youngest brother is 60. 8 boys, 3 girls, and we're all alive. My mother passed away at 94. 5 years ago, no diseases. And my father's still alive, and he's still sharp, and he's 100. 100% Italian, first generation. My mother was Polish, 100% Polish. How old are you, Sherry? Are you a student or what? Yeah, Zane, I'm 71. My mom, you ask about how could she do it. She was the best, man. She was the best. Sorry to hear, Sherry. Sorry to hear. 24, that was just recently. What state do you live in, Sherry? Are you in the United States? I hope everybody's subscribed. Keep watching my stuff. I don't have animals, but my almost all my family have animals. My daughter doesn't have children. She's got dogs. She had five, and two of them passed away the last 2 years, so she's got three now. Okay, she's 42 and live in Oklahoma. Okay, cool. Is this the first time you, how did you discover me on YouTube? Did it just pop up? I have a lot of shorts. I have over 1,000 videos. And I get on live. This is my 51st live. And I don't schedule. I just go out there because I'm learning. You know what I'm learning? This is just a phone on my iPhone. Yeah, they say I look younger. My dad's 100 and he looks younger too. Okay, cool. And I showed up, huh? Did you notice my name? I trademarked my name. How many people have a name, Rock LaManna? But I've been in business. I've been an author. I've been a strategist. I've owned companies in Minnesota. I was a manufacturing person. See, I'll show you my book. See my name? Rock LaManna. I'm on TikTok also. And I got some downloads. I got a website. I got all that. But I'm not trying to sell anything. I'm just trying to learn and inform people. Because I've been really lucky in life. I've got a lot of opportunities. Thank you. I hustle. You know what I mean? I was divorced, 3 kids at 33, so I had to work hard to raise my kids. And now it all paid off. Now I have 4 grandchildren, and I live in Florida now, but I was born and raised in Minnesota, St. Paul, Minnesota. And I moved to Florida 23 years ago. I travel a lot. I've traveled a lot, and my last destination and bucket list was Vietnam in March, and I liked it so much I'm going back in November. I've been pretty fortunate. I don't know if everybody's happy with their life, but I've had a pretty good life. I'm in a very good life. And not only blessed, I've been lucky, you know. I like sports. I watch documentaries, but I like sports. I like history. I like business. I like, reading about business, autobiographies. But otherwise, it's sports. I'm a big sports guy. I love hockey, baseball. Football's okay. I'm on fantasy football with my grandkids, but I'm not very good at it, but I give them trash talk. You know trash talk? I trash talk them. I say for an old man, I could still compete. I always tell them. And this past year, I took up bowling. Bowling's a lot of fun. Sherry, I understand. we've been lucky on the lifeline in our family, but the people that have gone were all like mentors. You know what I mean? We're very mentor driven, and that's what I try to do is coach people, mentor people, encourage people. I call it the 3 E's: educate, encourage, like I'm doing now, encourage, and number 3, empower. Sometimes people don't realize you have to empower. My favorite book, besides the Bible, the Bible I'm still trying to figure out. I'll go on AI and say, in layman's terms, share with me the Proverbs of today or the Psalms or something like that. You know what I mean? My favorite book is, God, there's a lot of them. The most recent book that I read, I started in the 90s, was The Millionaire Next Door. And I put a YouTube on that. I gave that to my kids back in the 90s, and my kids still bring it up to today. You got to be very disciplined in business. You got to be, and that's how you preserve and you grow your wealth, you know? Sherry bowls. Okay, cool. So another book, let's say one of the best autobiographies I read in the past year was Lee Iacocca. If anybody remembers Lee Iacocca, he was an automotive executive. He's a great guy. I'm just kind of thinking about books right now. Another book would be The Road Less Traveled. That's another one. I don't really read as much anymore because I'm moving from my condo. So I gave away about 150 books to the local library and to some charities. And so now I listen to audiobooks. Right. Yes. Everything is on an app, man. It's pretty cool. Thank you for the hearts and the thumbs up and all that. And try to subscribe. You know, I come on and hit that bell because when you hit that bell, I just show up. I'm very spontaneous. I try to be anyway. My favorite thing to do? Strategize. I strategize a lot. My life, my goals, my achievements. I look back at my past. But I think to strategize. When somebody comes to me with an issue, I always try to come up with a solution. You know what I mean? If they need help. But not everybody has the grit to get to the finish line. You know what I mean? So one of my sayings to my grandkids, especially in college and that, is you got to finish strong, man. You got to finish strong. Because once you finish strong, and if you're an achiever like I am, there's going to be another Super Bowl you're going to go for, or another Stanley Cup, or another World Series. And that's what keeps me going. You know what I mean? I got goals. I always got goals. So if it's the favorite thing, but for relaxation, I think it's bowling. I think bowling's a lot. Travel. I learn a lot traveling. I talk to people. I talk to people all the time. I was in sales and marketing, so I always had luncheon meetings, golf meetings. You know what I mean? It's getting harder and harder to enjoy life unless you get up and get out. So that's why I'm doing this now. I'll take a walk later. I might go bowling. I'll go to the fitness and lift some weights once in a while. I get in shape for my long travels. I'm going to Vietnam in November, so I'll start working on my legs. I walk a lot. I want to be in shape, you know. Yes. Yeah, Craig. I didn't expect you. Actually, I was trying to, escape you because the Yankees won yesterday. And they got Toronto tonight. So I said, it's Friday night. I'll get on. And actually, I was going to go work out a little bit, get my legs going. I got to get ready for, I got 2 more trips going on. So I got to be in shape. When I travel, I want to make sure my legs are strong and that because they got to walk, you know? Oh, you're laughing, huh? You know that big series is in Boston. Yeah, it's in Boston. It's next week or 2. So it's good to see you, man. This is the first time I've come on. I got a couple new people here. Callie and Sherry. Sherry's from Oklahoma. She's an artist. She lost her parents. Yeah. So yeah. Well, it's the weekend. So what do people do on the weekend? They think I'm going to relax. No, you can't relax. You got to keep going and then get ready for next week. You see the unemployment or the employment is down. It's not good, man. They're starting about COLA too. Yeah, you're too young, but Social Security, that COLA is a big thing for people, man. And they're talking 2.5, 2.7 at the most. And the feds, that cut might not happen. Watch. And this is fourth quarter, so it's September, October, November, December. You're going to see a lot more people let go, executives. And here's the other thing. I talked to a recruiter for about an hour yesterday, and he told me if you're between 25 and 45, you're employable. Anything over 45, because these big companies are looking for people for at least 10 years. And the older they get, they let them go, and then they have to have attrition. You know what I mean? And they start looking at the future leaders. They got to be there at least 10 years. So they're looking at the 25 to 45-year-old range. It's tough, man. Don't know. And you know what I don't like about Powell? He doesn't want to do anything that Trump wants to do. Oh, man. It's a damn war, man. It's a damn war. I'm looking at selling my place in Florida, and it's not going to be easy, but I'm going to put it up for sale and do a test market. If I get what I want, I'll sell. If I don't, I'll take it off the market after 6 months. That's it. I figure God's got a purpose for me, you know. Well, they say it's going to be at least 25 or 1/4%. But I don't know if that's going to do any good. I'd rather see 50. Right out. I think it'll spurt optimism. It's the last quarter, man, and people are getting let go. It's not good. And we're talking about the heavy-duty guys, you know, the employees, white-collar recession. It's taken 2 to 3 years for those guys to get a job that are laid off, that are making 6 figures. And they might have to change. They might have to be freelance, advisors, consultants. And a lot of them don't want to do that. And benefits are all cut. That's when you really find out who's got it, you know? So, like my brother says, it's good to be old. I don't know about that. So, that's kind of my game plan. Well, it's going to be something. I don't know what the plan's going to be. The only drawback is the flight. You know? The flight's 24 hours. I don't like that. But that's why it would be 5 to 6 months in Vietnam. And then the rest in the U.S. But home base is probably going to be, it's either going to be Florida or Minnesota. Florida's got to be the business. And Minnesota will be my final chapter. I got family up there, and that's where our burial plot is in Minnesota. My dad's got a burial plot that rests, I think it's 90-something bodies. I'm one of them. And my dad says, first come, first serve. So, okay, I think I got to start moving, man. Plan next year, Puerto Rico's agreement, zero capital gains. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, either way, no matter where you go, you're paying taxes. You just don't give up your U.S. citizenship, you know? And that's okay. Like my dad always said, if you're making money, you're paying taxes, that's a good thing. I believe that. It's just that you could position yourself on good tax advice. And I've had good tax advice in my 50 years. I had to pay for it, though. You know, I went with Deloitte when I was in my 30s. You know, it was like, but they taught me a lot of how to, the roadmap to preserve wealth. That was the key, was to preserve wealth. It's water, it's not coffee. I don't need coffee for a picker-upper, but I like coffee. So what's going on with you guys? Craig, no work today or what? What's going on? And where did Sherry go? Did Sherry leave? We got anybody else around? I got 2 more minutes, and then I got to cut loose. I got some arrangements, and I'm going to go on TikTok later. Don't forget, I come on, as Craig knows, spontaneous. I don't schedule anything. Okay. Yeah. I've never, you know, my advisors have always told me what to do. You know, if there's an advantage, but you still got to make a decision. I've turned down situations too that I wouldn't say I regret them. I just said I lost an opportunity. At the time, I remember at the time, Costco was just being introduced, IPO, and I didn't get involved with Costco. And my guy at Deloitte says, Rock, you should take a shot. And I'm like, no. I was underwater with my business in Minnesota, and I was in the red zone with no offense and no defense. You know what that's like? What do they call that? The triangle? Whatever that triangle is. Bermuda Triangle or something. La La Land. So, okay, everybody, what else can I say? I'm okay. I'll probably come on tomorrow sometime. And everybody be well. It's we got a little rain here in Florida right now. I always worry about the hurricanes. I'll be in Vietnam this season during the hurricane, thank God. Yeah, they say they have tsunamis, but it was in Hanoi, and they recover right away. Their infrastructure is set up for water, you know. So, anyway. All right, everybody. Craig, I'll see you. I'll talk to you probably in the next 24 hours or so. God bless everybody, and thank you for sitting in on Rock LaManna, and RockTalk51. Have a good weekend. God bless. Be well. Keep your promises. See ya.